Welcome back, friends. Zach here, full-time reseller. Just got done dropping off all of my packages that needed to be fulfilled for my Saturday morning. Get those out the door. Gonna be doing a bunch of garage sales, yard sales, and maybe even a couple of estate sales today. So follow along. I'll share with you how I do this thing and how I like to make my money. Morning.
Good morning. How you doing today?
Very good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Good. Morning. Well, no luck at the first stop of the day, but that's quite all right. That's just how it goes. I am familiar with that family, and they seem to do a lot of like wholesaling or online arbitrage, because every year that they have a garage sale, they always have a ton of new stuff in box, and they're wanting a good price for that stuff. And I'm just looking for rock bottom, low as possible prices so I can save some money on my cost of goods and make some money on my sales. But nonetheless, I'm going to be racing back over to the opposite side of town. This morning when I was at the ATM, I seen several different trucks unloading a bunch of stuff for a multi-family sale. I went to check it out, but they just were getting unloaded. There really wasn't much out. So I decided I'd race over to the post office, grab a cup of coffee, and I just stopped at that last garage sale, but I'm gonna go ahead and beeline over to this sale. I love doing multi-family sales or church fundraiser sales, sports team sales, anything like that where there's multiple families selling at once is always nice, because you're just getting to look at multiple garage sales all in one concentrated area. So be on the lookout for those type of sales. They are just nice. Mob on this multi-family yard sale. Still looks like they're setting up, but there ain't a whole lot of people out. It is the day after the 4th of July, so might be a good day for someone like me who likes to get started early. ¿Cuántos?
You make a donation to our school.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a few things we put
Sure, on the upper end stuff.
Is like it's our school. We're just trying
Okay, awesome. Okay, so first couple grabs of the day, ended up grabbing this Louisville Slugger catcher's mitt. I do really good on catcher's mitts. That's a good brand. It was in good condition for being used. Then I came across these old vintage Halloween decorative lights. I didn't look them up. They look pretty old. It did have all 10 of the blow mold figures. Not sure if the string of lights work, but that can always be fixed. Ended up donating $5. It was just name your own price. And I have dealt with these individuals before. It turns out it wasn't a family yard sale. It's actually a private school here in town. And several times this summer, they end up doing fundraisers. And so this year they were doing a fundraiser to try to send some of the kids off to Boston. And I certainly could have given them $3 or $4 for this, but I figured $5 was a fair amount, and I'll do pretty good on the glove. As for the lights, a little bit of a gamble, but vintage stuff like this does do good, as long as you're listing it around the holiday. Well, I've done really good buying stuff from those individuals in the past, and I didn't mind giving $5. Oftentimes with baseball gloves, I can pick them up at garage sales for a few bucks. Catcher's mitts, however, tend to go for a little bit more, but I sell them for more. And as for the Halloween string lights, I'm not sure I'll do very good on those, but anything vintage and is decorative, holiday decorative, especially around the holidays like Halloween or 4th of July, seems to do pretty good for me. However, the window to list and sell that stuff is very short, so make sure if you have some of those seasonal items that you're getting them listed way beforehand. That way you have an adequate amount of time to display them, because they're only going to be desired for so long. Morning. How much y'all want on these vests?
$1?
I could do that. How about on the Wrangler jacket?
2 for that one.
$2, okay. And then what do you want on your leather jacket? So here's the haul at that stop. I got this Wilson leather jacket. It's in great shape, $5. Then I got this vintage Wrangler denim jacket, $2. Got this Columbia quilted puffer vest. It was $1. Has one small stain on it, but for $1 I'll grab it. And then this guy here was a gamble. It's a Noble women's quilted vest, but for $1 I'll take it. It's clean. Total $10. Didn't even worry about haggling the price down. Was happy to pay that, especially for the leather jacket. And then lastly, just for my own decorative purposes, got these 2 cast iron stars for $1.
Yeah, the speed bag. It is big.
How much you want for your hokas, ma'am?
5.
Did you do $3 for them?
Okay.
Okay.
That one includes that one.
So it goes together.
How about on these?
Yeah, those were 5.
5, okay. So here's the haul at the last stop. She wanted 5 for these. I offered her 3. Now the UGG boots, she seemed pretty firm on. She did want 5, so I stayed at that price. And then this guy here, brand new Cody James tooled leather wallet, not even used. I thought she was gonna ask like 10, 15 bucks for it, 50 cents. So $8.50 total, happy with those prices. So super pleased and happy about what I found so far today. I think I spent $23.50. I've already got a good pile of stuff in the back of the trunk. It's a good mix of winter items, but as well some stuff I can list currently. And so anytime I can find bread and butter items and can find those things regularly, I'm grateful. I was just telling a friend last night at a 4th of July party that it has been a little bit over a month since I found a really good banger or a home run item to make a lot of money off of. But what I'm more grateful for is just constantly finding those low ticket items that are the bread and butter bread winners for my store. When I can find those items, I know that they're gonna sell fast. And as much as it would be nice to get into home runs all the time, and I do find those things quite consistently, this little dry spell just gives me a lot more gratitude for what I am doing, what I am moving out of my store, especially when it's midsummer and it is the summer slowdown. This is a really hard time of year to be a reseller. So you really have to put a lot of thought into what you're selling, what you're spending your money on. And for me, just being grateful for what I have and reminding myself that I'm getting to do something I only dreamed of several years back is enough to make me happy. And reminding myself that here in another few months, I'm gonna be so sick of packing up boxes and shipping out a ton of stuff in Q4 that I should just be grateful for the slow times. So. How about on these two? I didn't see a tag on either of them.
I'll do $1 for the wall and then like 5 for the mitt.
Would you do 3 for the mitt?
I'll do 3.
Okay, that's a good deal. You're hooking me up today. Some super nice area boots for a decent price, but I'm gonna walk on them just a little higher than I want to spend. Yeah, that's a pretty nice purse. Did you do 10 on that? Did you take 10 on that?
I was running the R5.
I'll do 15. Yeah.
I get it. It's a good brand.
Yeah, it is.
How about 12?
15.
Okay, I could understand that.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
relate. You guys hooked me up with some other stuff, so that's cool. Okay, I'll take all these here. The light's not real great in the back of my car, but I got these Ariat slip-on shoes, and I didn't ask for a reduced price. They were very clean. She was giving me deals on everything else, but $5. $1 on this American leather tooled leather wallet. And then I got a set of punching mitts just for myself. Have a buddy come over and do some workouts with me. I love doing striking, love doing boxing, MMA workouts. It's a great deal. And then got this Wilson baseball glove. They wanted 5, got it for 3. These bad boys sell for me generally for about $30. Just an old Polaroid Sun 660 camera. It's very clean, $1. And then they wanted $5 for this white Carhartt sweater, got it for 3. And then the big purchase, had to pay up a little. I shouldn't say that really, I got a good deal on it. She wanted 20 for this Dooney & Burke purse. I offered 10, she was stuck on 15. I offered 12 and she stayed at 15, so I was glad to pay it. And I'll still be able to make some good money off this because it's in pretty good condition. Cool color. All right, just an old pair of Burks, probably get them for a few bucks. All right, just bread and butter, some Birkenstocks. Unfortunately, I didn't see them soon enough, and another reseller who I know found a pair that had the white daisy cutout flower. They were also Burks. She got them for the same price. They were a lot better condition, but that's all right. Still a good buy. Today has been hot. Super happy with my results thus far. I have bought something at nearly every garage sale I've stopped at, but a couple, and I think I've probably been to over 10, maybe 12 already. So coming up on several different colored signs. Gonna keep my fingers crossed and hope to find that home run I've been looking for. Ma'am, you got 5 on these silvers. Would you take 3 for them?
No.
Okay, that's cool. No problem. Well, got shot down on my first offer of the day, and that's all right because it was just for a pair of silver jeans. And while I wish I could have got them for that price, I don't really sell silver jeans as quick as I used to, and they don't seem to be selling for as much. So no heartbreaks there. I tend to get a lot of the deals I make offers on, and some people just are attached to the prices they want to get. I'd probably be the same way. So all good. I love old trucks. This is a cool old guy. I just stopped at one, but a little bit of a personal score. Just got me a hydro flask. They wanted $3, offered them 2. They took it. So I moseyed back over here to the school fundraiser sale that was right outside of one of the local businesses. I was here earlier this morning, but a lot of the stuff was boxed up and they just hadn't pulled out a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and run through it one more time. Prices are great when you can name your own price, and especially when it's for a good cause. I like to support those kind of deals. So let's go check it out. I came across this tooled leather purse. It does have a strap, it's just inside. And then also some Cinch jeans. They're green label, not a real good line from Cinch, but they're in a good size. Looking back, got a Scully vest, Remington curling iron, George Strait CD box. Looks like it's complete. I'm gonna grab it all. This is my bro Phil. He's tearing it up like a madman. OG reseller. All right, definitely glad I came back. I got a bag full of stuff. Got this Rachel Ray stock pot. It's kind of an ombre red, good condition. And I'm actually gonna go back over and dig and try to fill another bag. Pretty good day. What score here is a Patty Puffer. It's very dirty, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the gamble on it. So just an incredible stop. Paid $15 at this stop, stopping 2 different times today. I got this dog leash, retractable. Now, I don't usually buy Lee jeans, but these were new at tag on, and I knew I was gonna get them for pocket change, being it was a fill a bag sale. Got these Carhartt twill workwear pants. These here are brand new at tag. They're very big in the waist, but for what I was gonna pay for them, I can't pass on new at tag. Got these Kendall and Kylie jeans. They're wide, baggy, couldn't beat it. And then I shared this, I think, with you, the Patagonia Puffer. It's gonna need some cleaning. And then I got some high waist jeans. They're rocky, they're very big, but that's okay for the price. I think I shared that I got this Rachel Ray stock pot, some Anu hiking sandals, and then down in here just some different stuff. I think I shared with you a little bit earlier, some Cinch jeans, a Scully leather vest, and several items that were new. And if I come across new items, regardless of what it is, if it's dirt cheap, I'm gonna go ahead and just pick it up because it's an easy listing, and new is just that, it's new. So gonna get down the road. Really great haul today. So I'm feeling pretty spent after spending some time at the last stop, but I did really good there. Grateful for what I paid, grateful for what I grabbed. I am dwindling down on what I had to spend today, and I am here at a garage sale. These ladies have sold me some stuff in the past, and it's getting busy, but this might be my very last stop of the day. All in all, some really good grabs for phenomenal prices, very productive. There was very few garage sales that I didn't purchase from today, so that's always nice and kind of rare. But I'm gonna go ahead and mob on this one, see if I can't find anything to share with you, and then I'll probably shut her down. One of the day I'm over by my house. Hopefully I'll do good. Find something to buy to resell. That's me, Jean. She's gonna let me grab these for $5, which is a good deal. And then what do you want on the Ariat shirt?
$10 for those.
$10 for those? Okay.
Worn.
All right, I'll probably just do the Miss Me's.
Okay.
That's a great deal though on those jeans. All right, nice little cowboy hardware kids soft shell vest, $3. Alrighty, super great way to finish the day. She wanted $10 on these, but immediately went down to $5, so I was cool with that. And then did have to barter a little bit on this. She wanted $5, got it for $3. Sold the same exact vest in the past. And so all in all, such a good haul today. Spent less than probably $80 or less than $90, I'm certain. And total number of items purchased. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll get to my house, count it up, and let you know what I came away with. Today was just an incredible day of sourcing. Got a lot of really great brands for incredible prices. I believe I got just over 30 items for right under $90. So I'm gonna jump off this stool and go ahead and go over all these items individually, share with you what I paid for them, what I hope to sell them for, and give you an idea why I buy these brands. All right, gonna blaze through my haul with you here. First item I got is a Wilson's leather jacket, only paid $5. Now, Wilson's a pretty well-known brand. They sell a lot of their apparel out of malls or storefronts in popular big cities. And I've only sold a couple Wilson pieces in the past. They've always sold for me, but they did take a while to sell. I will be actually stashing this in the winter death pile, and I'll have to do some research on it, but off the top of my head, I would probably price it somewhere between $40 to $60. That's just a ballpark on it, but for $5, it's a good buy-in. It's a nice jacket. It's very clean. Wilson's definitely not fry leather, but still a very well-known brand, and for that price, you can't go wrong. I'll use keywords on it like church, travel, winter, warm, genuine leather, biker, all of those things just to get some attention from maybe more potential groups of buyers to help move the product along. Now, these next two items down here, these Rocky high-waist jeans, I'm trying to remember where I bought these from. It's all just a mix-up today. I'm a little bit tired, but I believe I got these high-waist jeans at the fundraiser sale, and at the fundraiser sale, I did buy 10 items total, if I'm counting right. Paid $15 for those 10 items, which would put me at $1.50 an item. And the jeans to the right are some Kendall and Kylie jeans. They're more recent, more modern fashion. And so the jeans on the left, the Rockies, I would like to get somewhere probably between $25 to $33 for them. Usually the Rocky jeans I have to wait to sell. They're a little bit slower to move, but they are sought after. They're vintage. Now, I've never sold the Kendall and Kylie jeans, but again, they're Kardashians. They're popular. They're a color and a size and cut that are very popular as they're baggy. They're kind of a high waist. And so with these, I probably would sell them for right around $20, maybe even a little bit more. I'll have to do a little bit of research on them. Now, the next couple items, the Carhartt pants I also purchased at the fundraiser sale. So again, buy-in cost right around $1.50. These are new. They're extremely big, but they are workwear style. And so these here I will price competitively. I'll put the price right underneath what the competitive sale costs are going for on the solds. And I'll also use good keywords like construction, oil field, heavy equipment operator, industry, industrial, you name it, electrician. You just go to town with it. Anybody that would wear these type of pants, use those keywords on the item. And then just a good old baseball glove. If I'm remembering right, I think she wanted 5 and I got it for 3. Pretty decent Wilson leather glove, adult size, right hand throw, pretty popular. Wilson gloves I can generally get somewhere between $15 to $35 for. That one I'll probably price mid-20s. And these here are some 9-round mitts just for punching work. I'll just keep these for myself. If I remember right, I paid $2 for them. In great condition, don't look like they've ever been used, so that's just a personal buy. So I'll skip past that one pretty quick. Now, UGG boots. Don't sleep on UGG boots, even if they're not in the best of condition. These are leather, and so I'm gonna actually have to do some work on them. I'll stuff some packing paper down inside them to reform them. I'll clean them up with some water and laundry detergent mixed up, and then I'll finish with some either Doc Martens leather conditioner, or if you don't have that, you can get by with just using lotion on a rag, and that will actually darken up any leather you've just cleaned. I've had good success on a lot of different types of leather, and it just kind of conditions it after you've cleaned it. So I'll give these Uggs some treatment, make them look a lot nicer. And with these guys here, I'll have to do a little research off the top of my head, probably somewhere between $35 to $40, maybe even a little bit more. A lot of it's dependent on how clean I can get them. They are a little bit smaller, but UGG stuff moves for me. I've never had anything UGG last for long. So this here I got at the fundraiser sale. I did pay $1.50 for it. It's a Scully leather vest. My good friend and fellow reseller Phil was there. I may have even got him him on some of the footage. He was digging through some vests and had sat this to the side, and I actually grabbed it. So thanks, Phil. I don't know if you've seen I grabbed it. I didn't mean to steal it away from you, but he ended up getting into a bunch of leather too. And so this guy does have a little bit of a tear on the pocket, but I've always sold Scully stuff. Scully's well known for their rockabilly Western shirts. They've got heavy embroidery on them, and I've always done good on Scully. I just recently sold a brown leather Scully vest for about $25 or $28. So that might be right around where I priced this guy. Vintage stuff just moves a little bit slower, but you can't go wrong with leather, especially for $1.50. Now this is a Wrangler denim jacket. I believe I paid $2 for this at one of the early garage sales this morning. It's a great plus size. I believe it's a 2XL. So this guy here, I'm not sure if I'll list it. I might wait till we get a little bit closer to the fall. I can get a little bit more money out of it. Or I could list it right now because it's lightweight enough to still sell in the summer. I'll probably price it maybe mid 30s, maybe even low 40s. And with keywords on this guy, I'll put cowboy, Western, rodeo, farm, ranch, and that'll just move it along a little bit quicker. So wouldn't you know it, my friend in crime, the #1 seller, the brand I make the most off of, and that's actually Carhartt. Saw a lot of work utility wear. This hoodie here I bought at a garage sale. I believe they wanted 5 for it. I asked her if she'd take 3 because she was giving me some deals on some other items. She went for it. It is kind of an off-white. I didn't see any major stains on it. I don't remember the size. I think it's a large. I was almost tempted to keep it for myself. I just don't keep near enough Carhartt stuff for myself, and I move it quick. So love Miss Me jeans. I don't think Miss Me jeans are as hot as they were last summer. I definitely ain't selling them for as much lately, but I still get consistent sales even if they're a little bit worn. My neighbor sold me these. She wanted 10 and quickly moved to a price of 5. I jumped on it. Looking back, I wish I would have bought a little bit more from her because she was being pretty liberal with her prices. And then I get back home and my dad tells me that he bought a drill from her for nothing and it's worth like $150. So go figure. But Miss Me jeans, I'm always going to use keywords like whiskered, faded, designer, thick stitch. And if the back pockets have flaps, I'll put that. If they're embroidered or have jewels, I'll put that. And Miss Me jeans just sell well for me. They're still pretty hot in the fashion world. So here's another great seller for me. Now these were listed at 5, but it was from a garage sale that I bought a lot of stuff from, and I did get some other deals on the items I purchased. I didn't really haggle the price on these. I probably could have got them for $3 or $4, and I probably should have asked. But these are kind of the Hey Dude style, and with these guys here, they're super clean, and they are Ariat, which is a great seller for me. I can buy just about anything Ariat and resell it. So I'm gonna price these to the top and be patient on them. Great time to have them because this type of shoe sells well in the summer for me. They are lighter weight, they're slip-on. I'll use keywords like Western, cowgirl, serape. I'll put horse, pony, horseback riding, pole bending, you name it. And to the left over here, I'm going to slide over. I picked these guys up, and this is just Birkenstocks. And I keep telling you guys in these videos that I pick up beat-up Birkenstocks generally for a buying cost of $1 to $3, and I typically sell them for like $20 to $40. And so these guys here, I think I talked about them a little bit earlier in the video. I found these, I got them for I think $2. Definitely wish I would have got the other pair. Another fellow reseller got the better pair for the same price, but that's all right. I probably can clean these up and get mid-20s for them, so I'm good with that. Now, next 2 items I'm going to share with you. I paid $1 each for. This is a Noble women's quilted vest. It does have the offset zipper, so I'll denote that in the title or the description. And Noble's a good brand. I've sold some of their work utility wear for men. I've never sold any women's products, but for $1, that's a brand I can have faith in. And here's another $1 buy-in. This is a quilted women's Columbia vest for $1. It had a little stain on it. If I can resell this for $20, I'll be happy with that. It'll be a good turn on my profits, just bread and butter. And I love selling vests. They're very easy to list. They're quick. They're less cumbersome than a shirt or a button-up garment. And I just like selling vests. They move well for me and they sell year-round. So got me a pair of beater Hokas for $3. If I remember right, she wanted 5. These here I won't make a ton off of. I'll put them in the wash machine with some spray and wash. I'll clean them up to the best of my ability. They may sell quick. They may take several months. I will probably get low 30s for these. Maybe mid 30s if I'm really patient. The older the style, the less you'll get out of them. And I hate to say it, they take longer to sell if they're an older style. That's just my experience. But another cool vintage bread and butter for me. This one's really clean. It's a Polaroid Sun 660 autofocus camera. These are those old school cameras you'd remember if you're a kid born in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And I sell the heck out of these. They sell for anywhere between $20 to $50 depending on how clean they are. I actually have a repeat buyer that buys just about all the ones I list online on eBay. And so I wouldn't be surprised if she bought this one. This one's pretty clean. Probably list this guy at upper 30s, maybe 35, 40, somewhere in there. I'll use keywords like Polaroid collector, collection, autofocus, Sun 660, land camera, vintage, retro, 80s, 90s, and that'll just move her along to its forever home. All right, I love baseball gloves, but I really love catcher's mitts, and this Louisville is a good brand. Hadn't seen any Louisvilles real recently, but it was in good shape. This is one of the first items I bought at the fundraiser sale this morning. But again, if I account all the items I bought, spent $15 on 10 items. I only paid $1.50 for this glove. Probably try to get somewhere between $38 to $48 for it. I'll just use basic keywords that are from baseball, like bunt, home run, you name it, infield, catcher, pitcher, and hopefully that'll help get me a sale. So I bought this at the end of the day. I think you've seen me talk about it. It was the very last garage sale I stopped at, and I think I just gave $2 for it. Try to get low 20s for it. I'll use, again, those farm country boy keywords like rodeo, bull rider, team roping, mutton busting, anything you can come up with. You just be imaginative, and that'll just help you get better sales. Keywords are really where it's at. Now, at the fundraiser sale, I did buy a number of items with tags on them. These Lee Riders women's jeans are definitely not something I would buy, but for a cost of $1.50, I will definitely try to move them. And I just like to sell some new stuff once in a while. I deal in so much used that it is nice to have some new stuff to complement my store, and it usually always sells well for me, even if it takes a little while. So moving down here, almost passed on these, but it's a very expensive brand new. These are Anu women's water sandals. And this time of year, I do so good on any type of water sandal that I didn't want to pass on them. And again, a buy-in cost of $1.50. So I'll probably price them upper 20s to low 30s just because the condition of them are a little bit beat up. But these cinch jeans or green label jeans, also got these at the fundraiser sale, $1.50 buy-in. I usually skip on the green label. I like the white or silver label in cinch jeans. These are kind of the low-end tier, if I remember right, for their Western jeans, but they were in a good size. They were 34 by 34 in great condition, and so I'll probably try to sell these for low 20s, and again, I'll use keywords like work, utility, oil field, cowboy, and that will just help expedite the process of getting a sale. So moving along here, hopefully I'm not shaking too much. I hadn't ate nothing all day and just drank a bunch of coffee, so sorry if my camera footage ain't great. I bought this George Strait box set for $1.50 at the fundraiser sale. Hopefully I probably could sell that for in the 30s. I'll have to check prices on it, but George Strait is the king of country, and these box sets can sometimes sell for good money. The two cast iron stars I bought for my own decorative purposes at home. I paid $1 for them. I'm good with that buy-in cost. My house is littered in weird oddities to look at, and that's a part of the reason I'm a treasure hunter, is I like to buy cool and funky stuff to look at. Now, these three pieces here are all tooled leather pieces. This purse I paid $1.50 for at the fundraiser sale, and it's an unbranded purse, but I'm still going to try to sell it for, I don't know, somewhere in the 40s maybe. I'll take some offers on it. It might be worth even a little bit more. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on it. But because it's unbranded doesn't mean it won't sell. It is good quality craftsmanship. It's leather. It does have a shoulder strap. It's just tucked away. And then next to it was probably the buy of the day. I got a brand new Cody James Western tooled leather wallet for 50 cents. It's got a price on it of $34.95. I will price that very close to the retail price, and it'll probably sell pretty quick for me. I just like Cody James. It's not the most sought after Western brand. It's definitely not Ariat, but it sells for me. And then this here is an American leather wallet, and I think I offered $1 for it, or maybe that's what she said she wanted for it, but that's a good price for a wallet, and I'll price this guy probably mid to low 20s. Easy to list, quick, fast, and I'm Just about done here. Hang on. Hang with me. Okay, this is a Patagonia puffer. It's extremely dirty. I bought this also at the church fundraiser sale. If I can get this really clean, it's probably worth 40 to 50 bucks. I don't know if I'll get it completely clean, so I might have to sell it at a reduced price, but Patagonia puffers sell for me. It's a good jacket to stash for the fall and the winter, and a great brand. Something I haven't been coming across a whole lot lately because I've been buying and shopping locally. Now, the hydro flask down here I just bought for myself. I offered them $2. They took it. It was in tremendously clean shape. As for the dog leash, it's brand new, and I paid $1.50 for it at the fundraiser sale. So you can't go wrong when you can buy brand new items that seem functional, that seem popular, and even if they're not an item that has a great brand to it, if it's something that somebody's buying all the time like a dog leash, grab it and price it competitively. Okay, got a vintage piece here to share with you. Now, I bought this light set at the fundraiser sale when I was there early this morning. Again, buy-in price, $1.50. It did have all of the blow molds. I'm not sure if the string works on it. I'll have to plug it in. It's vintage, not sure what I can sell it for. Have to do some research off the top of my head, maybe 20, 30 bucks, somewhere in there. But this next piece was also from the fundraiser sale, brand new Remington Tame the Mane kids curling iron, or kids detangling brush, I should say. I'll price it competitively. It's new, $1.50 buying cost. Can't go wrong. So this was the most expensive item I purchased today, and I think I shared a little bit with you about it. I wasn't able to get it for $10. I wasn't able to get it for $12, but I did get it for $15, and I'm certain I'll make my money back off of it. How much I'll get on this purse, I'm not sure. Top of my head, somewhere between maybe 50 to 100 bucks, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. It is in good shape. It's not an older style from what I can gauge. I know very little about purses, but I know Dooney and Burke is money, and so that guy right there, I'll use keywords like designer. I'll put avocado green or olive green drab. I'll put gold hardware. I'll put premium, fashion, durable, classic, night out, dress up, anything to just try to get that look at it. Now, last item of the day, and I'm going to wind it down because I'm dragging this video out. I thought this was a Le Creuset stock pot. Looked underneath it. It's just a Rachel Ray, but I'm still glad I bought it. I paid $1.50 for it at the church fundraiser sale. These are selling for right around $30 to $40. Can't beat it. And it's kind of big, so I'll upcharge on my shipping rate, but that's all right. All in all, over 30 items today, and I spent less than $90. I'm happy with that. Got a few items to keep for myself. As you can see, buying things at yard sales, garage sales, and at fundraiser sales is the ticket. I keep saying that, so get out there, find yourself some deals. Let me know in the comments what maybe you sourced this weekend, and if you came up with any good bangers, bolos, or home runs. Until next time, friends, if you like this video, please hit like, make a comment, or as always, please subscribe.